Hey kids, have you ever thought about what the very first car was like? Let me tell you the exciting story of how the world's first car was invented over 130 years ago. A long time ago, in the late 1800s, there were no cars, buses, or trucks. People got around by riding horses, using carriages, or walking. But there was a smart inventor named Carl Benz who had a brilliant idea. He wanted to create a machine that could move all by itself, no horses needed. After working very hard, Carl built something truly special in 1885, the world's first car. He named it the Benz patent Motorwagen. This car looked very different from the cars we know today. It had only three wheels, two in the back and one in the front, and it was much smaller. It could only fit two people. The most amazing part of this car was its engine. The engine was like the car's heart, making it move on its own without any horses pulling it. It was a single-cylinder, four-stroke engine that used a special kind of fuel to create power. Even though it was a big invention, the Benz patent Motorwagen wasn't very fast. It could only go about 10 miles per hour. That's slower than most bikes. But the story doesn't end there. Carl's wife, Bertha Benz, was just as excited about this new car. She wanted to show everyone how incredible it was, so she decided to do something very brave. In 1880, Bertha took the car on a long trip without telling Carl. She packed up her two sons, and they set off to visit her mother in another town about 60 miles away. Now, you have to remember, back then, there were no proper roads for cars, no gas stations, and no mechanics to help if something went wrong. But Bertha was determined. Along the way, she had to be very clever to keep the car going. When the car ran out of fuel, she stopped at a pharmacy to buy a special liquid called ligroin, which was used as fuel back then. When a part of the car needed fixing, she used her hat pin and garter to make repairs. After a long and adventurous journey, Bertha made it to her mother's house. She became the first person ever to take a long trip in a car, showing everyone that this new invention was something that could really change the way people traveled. Thanks to Carl and Bertha Benz, the world saw that cars were the future. The Benz patent Motorwagen was the start of a whole new way of getting around, leading to the cars, buses, and trucks we see on the roads today. So the next time you hop into a car, remember the amazing story of how it all began.